Hi, I'm Dan Lagani with Silver Solutions, the senior-focused home services company. Welcome to a special edition of AgeWise. Today, we've got two guests. We start with Sharon Rose, a social gerontologist, whose areas of specialty include aging baby boomers, age-friendly communities, and gerontechnology, or all the cool things that help make growing older easier and more interesting from a technology perspective. And then in part two, we dig in with Dennis Ranck, who's the head of marketing for ViewClix, one of those fascinating technologies that I just mentioned a second ago. But first, we start with Sharon. Sharon Rose, thanks so much for joining us today on AgeWise.
Thank you, Dan, for having me.
So gerontology is the study of aging, but social gerontology is even more specific. Tell me more about that.
It's a very good question, and most people don't even know what gerontology is. Nonetheless, social gerontology. Gerontology is the study of aging, but also includes building services to implement for the benefit of those we are serving, and that's the span of lifetime from the time you're born all the way through into your hundreds. Social gerontology is the specific group that has to do with behavior.
So from a layman's perspective, if we met at a cocktail party and I said, "What do you do?" what's the answer that you give to people?
First I say, I'm a gerontologist. Do you know what that is? And then they say, no, you're a dermatologist. Then I say, no. Oh, you deal with old people. No, I deal with boomers like you and me and our generations up and down. It's more of a yes-no conversation. That's how that runs.
So let's dig into the areas of specialty that you have. One of them we spoke about just a second ago, which is baby boomers. The first of that cohort turned 65 back in 2010 or so. And by 2030, the entire baby boom generation will be over the age of 65. So a little more than halfway through, what have we learned and seen so far about baby boomers actually becoming seniors?
The boomers don't want to retire. They don't want to have anything to do with letting it go and playing golf and pickleball. So they are now becoming the entrepreneurs and the innovators with the money they've gathered and with the know-how and the experience. So if they're taken out of their company at 65, they're just growing other companies with other contacts.
Let's go on to a different topic. You have a few areas of focus in your practice, and one of them is this so-called notion of age-friendly or intergenerational communities. Tell me more about, first, what that is from a definition.
Age-friendly communities was started by the World Health Organization about 20 years ago, and it was started as a way for different cities, states, and countries to have an initiative, a 5-year initiative, sort of an infrastructure plan for them to build into the aging of their populations.
So in your opinion, is there a best-in-class community that comes to mind that you think has done a particularly good job at being age agnostic and intergenerational?
Miami just built an underline, which is what New York has. I think it's on the west side, under the 95, where there was unused land and areas that were questionable. What they did was they started building in a roadway and then places to have fitness and then pop-up food centers. And so it became a community so that those in the area can walk to or take a train to the underline, and it's now a very active area.
Let's talk about the business of technology, and technology that's specifically there to enable and empower older adults. It is one of your areas of focus also. What are you most excited about when it comes to gerotech?
For the older adults, there are devices to make sure there are sensors so that your family will know that you've opened the refrigerator door at the usual time, that you've taken your meds, that you didn't fall, or if you did fall, in your bedroom. Same thing with senior living communities, assisted living, and memory care. These are all devices that are being built in.
You know, there's this, I guess, based on what you've just described, fallacy that older adults are technophobes. They're afraid of technology. They can't quite do it that well. What's your point of view on that? Do you work with older adults who are very much interested in technology and can handle the basic functions of what's available in 2021?
Yes. my mother, who's 96, went on her, on Mother's Day last year, not this one before. We wanted to make sure that she was included with the family. And she has an iPad and an iPhone, not advertising at all, just the ability to have those FaceTimes and so on. And I taught her, but my nephew came in and did a better job of it and got her onto a Zoom call. So now she's the expert and she loves it. So if my mother, who hates typewriters and anything to do with technology, she calls it the machine, if she could do it, anyone can. My mother has believed since my beginning of time that education, she's an educator, education is not only learning the facts, but applying them, and then applying them over the span of time. And she never believed that she'd ever be old, that she'd always be reinventing herself. And that's what she's done. So coming into lifelong learning was something that I guess she just sort of followed the path. And since she was in her 70s and still very exciting and very involved in life, that this became, as an educator, became another tool for her.
Moving to the things that I always love, which are sort of lists and predictions, what are the 3 things, in your view, that everyone with an aging parent needs to know?
Love, caring, being their advocate. It's about really enjoying life and bringing them into your circle and you being a part of their circle. Instead of saying, oh, Mom, come over, but I have to pick up the kids. That's not the idea. And so that's where the technology comes in. There can be storytelling and activities through FaceTime or Zoom where the grandparent is with the grandchild without the child in the middle. And all these things can be developed, and it's beautiful, and it works.
Sharon Rose, social gerontologist, thanks so much for joining us today and for not only helping us understand what a social gerontologist does, but all of the cool things that you see coming to help make growing older easier for all of us. Now, part 2, we're going to Dennis Ranck. Dennis is the head of marketing for a company called ViewClix. They've got a really great solution for families that want to stay connected by video with their family members. Dennis, tell us in your own words what ViewClix is and how we can use it to its best advantage.
We have 3 main features right now that enable families to stay in touch. So our base feature is a slideshow of pictures that all the family can add to, and that's what's displayed on the frame when it's not being used for our other feature, which is the video calling. The video calling is great because it really provides that face-to-face interaction. You're able to have eyes on your senior, see how they're doing, and it really goes above and beyond than just picking up the phone and talking to them. And our last feature is really helpful. It's our sticky note reminders. This allows you to send reminders to your senior, tell them, maybe they have medication to take, maybe you're picking them up that day. It might be someone's birthday. Just simple reminders to easily send them a note so that they know you're thinking about them.
Dennis, certainly the issue of training is critical with all technology. I think even more so when you're working with older adults that may not be quite as familiar with technology. So tell us how easy it is to train and what the tech requirements are for the device.
So the only technical requirement for ViewClix is they just need an internet connection. So most of the time, that just means Wi-Fi. So they just need Wi-Fi in the ViewClix frame, and once it's connected, there really is no training involved. And that's what truly sets us apart, where it's convenient for the family. They don't have to go through the process of training again and again, and then you're getting frustrated. And then it's convenient for the senior, and they're just able to enjoy it. And they're able to stay connected without having to learn or be put off by this. Because to be honest, some seniors they're just apathetic towards technology. And then others, they might not be able to be trained and learn how to do that. They might have Alzheimer's or dementia or Parkinson's. And I know in those segments of the population, we're incredibly popular because we're bringing technology that's built for them.
And where can you buy a ViewClix? Are they available in stores or is it online on your website? Give us some of those details.
Yeah, so we sell direct to consumer through our website, and that's so we're able to give direct support to our customers through the whole purchase process. So if you have any questions, you're able to reach out to us. submit a ticket to us, ask your questions, pick up the phone and talk to a real person. So it really gives a personal aspect of the purchasing experience. Right on ViewClix.com, type top right-hand corner, you'll see a Buy Now button, and you can start that process.
Dennis, suppose I get this to my mom and suddenly it's just not a good fit for her. Is the return policy with the company fairly easy to understand, and are the products warranted?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We understand that technology isn't for some people, and some seniors, they're just going to say, I don't want this, and we understand that. So we have a 30-day money-back guarantee, so that anytime during that 30 days you can return it, no questions asked. And we also have our 1-year warranty, so you can really feel secure that the frame is going to last long-term for you and be a great long-term solution for your family.
Dennis Ranck of ViewClix, thanks so much for joining us today and giving you a great overview of what a really cool product ViewClix is. I also want to thank again our guest for the first part of the show, social gerontologist Sharon Rose. Collectively, I hope you enjoyed today's special 2-part edition of AgeWise. If you enjoyed it, please share it with a friend. And if you want to see back episodes or any of these series along the way, you can just click like on iPad and you'll become a subscriber. And also you can go to our website, silversolutions.com, and click the video tab to see every episode that we've done. I'm Dan Lagani. For all of us here at Silver Solutions who work hard every day to help you and your loved ones grow older in an easier, safer way, be safe and stay wise.